everybody. I'm inspired to share with you. I was recently with some friends, and someone had expressed their resistance to the word God, and particularly the use of God in one of my Facebook posts. I frequently use the word God, and I frequently post on Facebook. So there you have it. But it was really cool. First of all, it was really cool from the standpoint that the person there expressed their resistance to the word, because in that expression, there's an opportunity to look at it and go deeper. And that's what this spiritual work is all about. It's taking a look at whatever seems to cause resistance or cause disturbance with us or constriction within us, and look at it and see its validity. And what we often find is what seems to constrict us, or we have resistance or any kind of charge. When we start to explore that and look at it, what we find is that there's really nothing there, and that our upset is usually triggered or charged by interpretation and meaning that we place, that we've called for. And we don't want to call for suffering. We don't want to call for disturbance. So the good news is in the expression of someone saying, hey, I didn't like that word God, or I don't like the word God. Beautiful. Let it come up. Let's look at it and discuss it. And what we find is that the word God is just a word. It really is just a word. Surprisingly. Oftentimes people say, words cut like a knife. Well, no, they don't cut like a knife. Words just appear. Our interpretation and the meaning we put on words cut like a knife. And even that's not true if it's actually explored at a deeper level. But the word God is a symbol, and it points in a direction, and it points to something that's definitionless. I could never tell anybody what God is, nor can anyone say what God is. How can what is definitionless be defined in a word? But the truth is if we have resistance or we're charged by the word God, it is because we have a conditioned belief about the word. We are charged because it is hitting us at the core of some memory. It's hitting us at the core of some beliefs that we hold. And for me, I similarly was charged with the word God in Christian terms. It was a complete turnoff because growing up Catholic, I had in my mind what I thought God was and what that meant, and all the symbols of Holy Spirit, Jesus, Son of God, all that stuff. And it was based on conditioning from my Catholic upbringing. And what I was taught was that God was a judging God. He watched you all the time. It was a separate God. It was a God that I had to praise. And that's not what God's looking for. Being definitionless, being omnipotent, being all-powerful, there's no need for praise. Of course, the miracle says God has no ego. And having no ego, he also doesn't perceive. So how can God even be upset with what word we use to describe him, whether it's God or any other word, universal energy, love, etc.? So the word God can be useful, and we don't have to, just because we don't like the word, we don't have to throw it away. We don't have to throw it away as you wouldn't want to throw away the baby with the bathwater. You don't have to throw it away. But certainly if it's still not comfortable, it is helpful to use other words in substitution, like love, universal energy. I use the word source, awareness. It doesn't matter. It's all pointing to the same thing. But what's interesting about the word God, and when it does charge us, and understandably it can, because in this world, the use of the word God can be very threatening and scary, in the sense that there are seeming cultures that use the word God to attack other countries, to kill, to murder, to terror. We have fundamentalists who use the word God to scare us, to teaches us to fear God in our attempt to be redeemed or to save a seat in heaven somewhere. But that's not the God that I've come to know. That's not the God, and I don't mean know like I have a personal relationship with God. That's not what I'm saying. But in my experience, because the meaning has really changed, the word is actually just quite beautiful, as is love, source, and so many other words. But what's important here is that we understand that it's always our interpretation of a situation or of the word that creates a problem, not the word itself. The word is just a symbol. A Course in Miracles says words are symbols twice removed. In other words, you take a word like love, one step closer to what it is the image of a heart, which is representative of something that you really can't talk about. You can't define love. There are no edges. There's no place where love begins and stops. So words are twice removed. The word peace. What peace is can be symbolized by a peace symbol, which we can call peace. Peace, the symbol itself that doesn't require words, and then you have experience. Peace. That cannot be defined. So, there's no need to fear the word God. It means only what you say it means, and if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. It's just a word. Love you.